Alright, just wanted to make sure. You know, trying not to waste either of our time here. So now we need to move back to the lobby. And I think, yeah, so we can now present her with the Magatama. I guess that camera was what I needed, maybe?
Take that!
She has quite a few locks. What you witnessed? Alright, I'll be honest with you for now. Then please, tell us what you saw. But, aw, what a waste. And here I have perfectly good chance to have a little fun at you youngin's expense. I am a little devil after all. Doesn't that imply you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want. Would that be this, maybe?
Take that!
You're in guard's lawyer, aren't you? Well, yes, but then forget it. There's no way I'm telling... Oh, that was wrong. Give you what you want. What does she want? Oh, I don't want to lose all my points. Let's see. Autograph. Autograph? I thought I saw an autograph. But what happened? Oh, hold on. I think I know what happened. So, I thought I saw something in, what is it, Kurita's room? Right, okay. I thought I saw this, but I was like, oh, I thought it was supposed to be my inventory. I couldn't find it. He threw it on the table. Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper? It's called an autograph. Autograph? Paper's got Mr. Kurita's name written on it, so it's his autograph. I can't read it at all. To be honest, I've never seen writing that looks like this. It's a special way of writing called cursive. Look here. See how it says, "To my dearest Wendy" in more normal letters? This sloppy, unreadable writing. It's crazy and cruel to give this to someone. Hold on. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. Right. This is what we needed. Okay, that's the part I missed. I guess I didn't notice that he added it to the room, because I think there was like a UI element kind of in front of it a little bit. Yeah, like the little, these little boxes here. These ones right here. It was kind of half blocking it, so I didn't quite see it. Anyway, Magatama.
Take that!
I have to sit through all of this until I can present the evidence. Alright, so she wants the autograph.
Take that!
That's Juan's autograph! Yes, it is. And it even says "To my dearest Wendy" on it. That's me, right? Right? My name is Wendy Oldbag, so that Wendy has to be me, right? Well, they may say Wendy, but somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it. Oh, please, give it to me! Let me have it, please! Uh-huh. I can't let you have it just like that. Yes, I know. Then how about an exchange? Oh, that was easy enough. Wow, she must really want this autograph. My offer isn't good enough for you? Fine, Mr. Wright, you win. Wendy Oldbag ready to open up her heart, all for my dearest Juan. Wow, yeah, that was a lot easier than I thought. Autograph given to Wendy Dearest. I feel bad for you now. Huh? I tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room. You're kidding. Oh no. It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet minding my own business. And? Did you tell that to the police? Well, of course. I thought I could get a gift certificate or two out of it, maybe more. Gift certificate? I've been recruited again for that part of the trial. You know, the trial tomorrow. This time, you're gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. But Mr. Engar hasn't done anything bad. I don't care about details like that. I know he did what he did to my poor Juanin. I know he did my dear poor Juanin. I just do. That yellow-bellied chicken? A yellow-bellied chicken? I wondered what that would look like. I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad and I say he did it. What did Mr. Engard ever do to her to deserve this? What did Mr. Engard do to you to make you so... You don't know. That guy, he framed my Juan. He created that scandal that plagued poor Juan. Mr. Nick, what is it? What's a scandal? Oh, I'll tell you about that after we get home, okay? Poor Juan, led astray by the wiles of that vile temptress. Mr. Nick, what do viles and wild temptress mean? How about we just listen to what Miss Oldbag has to say for now, okay, Pearls? So, Miss Oldbag, who is this woman you're talking about? Adrian Andrews, of course. Who else? That guy, he shoved the girl into Juan on purpose. His own manager? But why? I thought lawyers were smart. It was to create a scandal to make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal that dragged his reputation through the mud. Sounds like a pretty standard definition of a scandal to me. Why do you know about that anyway, Miss Oldbag? I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know. And do you have proof that Mr. Engard did what you say he did? Next week issue of a certain magazine says so. Of course. A tabloid. Next week? Doesn't that mean it's something people don't know about yet? Why would Miss Oldbag have information like that? And where did she get it? Hee hee hee. Alright, I think we're done here. We're now going to move on to the Criminal Affairs Department. Which it looks like, according to that guide that I skimmed over, there's quite a few things we'll need to do here. Yep, I remember this place. Same as ever before. Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing. Yeah. Oh, he's back. Hey, so you came, pal. Why the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about. What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight. But, we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. So what do you mean the evidence is airtight? I can't give you all the details, pal. There's two big pieces. Two? And both of them are in this photo. The first is the button that's missing from the victim's chest. Oh yeah, I guess so. That's the button that you found during your body search of Mr. Engard. Yep. I found it in the folds of the Nickel Samurai's special pants. And the second one is the knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact. Fingerprints? Whose are they? You didn't even have to ask, little missy. It's obvious. They're Matt Engard's. Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So what about this airtight testimony? It's that old security lady, Miss Oldbag. I thought so. What do you mean, you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Well... And I even told her not to open that mouth of hers and blab to anyone. Her blab knob is stuck on 10 and there's no turning it down, trust me. Yeah, well, this old bag saw it all, pal. He saw Mr. and guard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death. No way! Anything to look at in here? Oh, it's kinda cute. Mr. Nick, what is this stuffed animal's name? That's the Blue Badger. It was my idea. I made it. It's this precinct's mascot, you know? Oh, wow. I'll get him a signed mascot of every police station. That's the last thing I do. I hope you succeed in your mission, sir. This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Hero of Heroes award ceremony. The grand prize got away from the Jammin' Ninja again? Shouldn't you be reading something more important? Poster of a female police officer. Wait, no. That's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar, my bad. Babes in Uniform. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Freeze! Police! Everyone against the wall! Hands where I can see them. Hey, what are you doing, gumshoe? Their hands, not yours. You must be doing image training for arrests. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files in each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I expected. Guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. Yeah. I think we're pretty good in here. Nothing... Well, there might be a few more things to present to him. This would be, and then all the profiles. We're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves. The scandal with Mr. Kurita. But why? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide. Suicide? Her name was Celeste Inpax. And she was Juan Kurita's manager. The victim's manager? That's not all, pal. Miss Inpax was Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business from square one. Her mentor, a woman who was both Mr. Kurita's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Could her suicide have something to do with this case? Do you want to know more about her, pal? Sure. That sounds fun. She was the victim's manager, and she was also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since her suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death. Or maybe it's just a coincidence, but... Wah! I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another. Miss Von Karma, you can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst. You don't mean... I do. Scruffy, you have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. That's... Wait, please, wait, sir. If I don't get this month's pay, I'll start... Quiet. If it weren't for traitors like you, I would have won. Is that what you want to say? Who? That voice. Edgeworth? It's been a long time, right? This person? This is Mr. Edgeworth? What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong. You haven't changed a bit, Francesca. You... How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You've soiled the Von Karma name, dragged it through the mud. You even ran away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are. Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed? To be perfect in every way. Then let's hear it, Franziska. How are things going? I hear you're having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I will see you tomorrow in court. It will be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory. Still the same wild mare she always was. You wanna talk? I thought the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth had gone and died. Mr. Nick? I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. Are you going to run tomorrow's trial? You heard her right. That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. I love you, Phoenix. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What is that supposed to mean? I have something definitive that you lack. And working together is the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. The truth? In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Just what is going on inside his head? A lot of things may have happened. However, Manfred von Karma was still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of a von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials was so selfish. It'd been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. I see. Then let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Well, with Franziska, she almost always says, I will defeat you this time, the instant she sees me. But courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client. To save their lives. To save your client, you say? Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals. Those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy. Or someone like you, Edgeworth. It looks like there's still a lot you have left to learn. A lot I have yet to learn? Me? Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough. Let's present some evidence, I guess. I have no interest in talking about useless evidence. Put a little more thought into what you show me, Phoenix Wright. Still as stuck up as ever. Alright, let's start presenting stuff and see what happens. There's an interesting rumor about this man. You mean the one about Miss Andrews getting close to him? But that's pretty common tabloid fare, isn't it? I don't take things at face value when there's more to be found. Okay. While I was abroad, these deplorable types of actors became popular, I take it? Well, refreshing like a spring breeze is his motto. Refreshing? And what is so refreshing about a spring breeze? Sounds like the pollen is not treating him well this year. Adrian Andrews. She holds a large secret within herself. A secret? You can't help but feel that this whole case revolves around her. Yeah, I was kind of thinking maybe she kind of egged on something and, faked some evidence or something. This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago, but she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Carita's manager. And then a few months later, Celeste Impax died. But her death was ruled a suicide, right? Yes. But there's still one riddle we've yet to solve. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. A suicide note that just vanished, huh? Alright, so I think we've talked about everything. Missing suicide note. There we go. Miss Impax's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that, there's no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. The suicide note? But how do you know Miss Impax had even written such a note? There was no solid evidence. However, we did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. But who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Juan Carita himself. The victim? Does he always have like this piece of hay sticking out of his mouth? He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note. Mr. Carita hid his own manager's suicide note? But why? As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1, anyway. Part 1? So, potentially, if he hid her suicide note, he was trying to hide information probably about himself. That would be the most likely situation, anyway. Well, that doesn't help me. I'm supposed to look this over. There's nothing to look over. I guess this is basically just evidence that I can use in court at this point. I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all are the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has 2. 2 parts? What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here's the second part. The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name, it's Adrian Andrews. Miss Andrews, what did she do? She tried to kill herself? She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try to kill herself, though. You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews. She has a certain secret she's always trying to hide. A secret? Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside. Miss Andrews. Dependent. Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. Okay. I don't think I really have anything else in here. Let me double check real quick though. I think it's just the easiest way to make sure we're not doing anything. We're not missing anything. Yeah, so we finished all that. I have to go back to the detention center, present some more stuff, back to Enguard's hotel room, and then back to the office, and there's a little bit extra that sounds pretty interesting. Alright. Detention center. Nothing to talk about, right? No. So there's a lot of stuff here we could potentially present to him. Talking about buying stuff. Whoops. Nope. Don't look at that. What do you think about this article? You're talking about her thing with Juan. I always thought she was a bit careless in the way she handled it. And that's it? That's it. Okay. I've seen him somewhere before. Is he a member of my fan club? That's Mr. Powers. Isn't he supposed to be kind of like a mentor to you? Powers. Oh yeah! He's the guy in the kids' exercise program. I gave him an autograph just the other day. He doesn't see Mr. Powers as a mentor at all. Look, dude, I didn't kill him. I mean, the Nickel Samurai kicked the Jammin' Ninja's butt, right? So it's not like I felt threatened by the likes of him. Being rivals sounds like a sad way to relate to another person. Yeah, such a handsome devil. Yeah. And I'm way too good at sports. I'm way good at sports. Karate, tennis, judo, soccer, football, hockey, fencing. Dude, it's no wonder I'm so popular. Yeah, you're also good at sitting in a jail cell, Mr. Popular. That's my manager. Did you meet her? Yeah. What do you think? Strong woman, right? And she takes good care of me. She's such a mama's boy. That didn't help me much. Okay. Huh. Seems to know something. What's wrong? How much do you know? What do you mean, how much? Mr. Lawyer, I may be your client, but I hope you will keep yourself out of my personal life. No, I would never. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lunch appointment I have to keep. You're in detention. Who in the world are you going to eat with? The security guard? Mr. Nick, the Celeste Impacts lady. Somehow, I get the feeling she's a very important person in all this. I think you're right. Alright. I can't immediately move back to the hotel lobby. That's kind of weird. I know they do it because I guess there's like a limited number of options to choose from. I think that was more of a screen resolution problem on the original DS, but I don't know why they couldn't have, I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to mess with it too much, you know? I just hate this whole walking thing. Like, just let me choose a destination on like a list or a map or something. Looks like Miss Andrews isn't here. That's not good. I still have a few questions I want to ask her. And she has that psyche lock on her heart, right? Well, we don't have much of a choice. I guess we'll have to come back later. Uh-oh. Did I miss something else? Hold on. Present magazine clipping and profile to in guard. Did I already present? Yeah, I presented the magazine clipping already. I think. Because he left. I can't talk to him anymore. Where's Andrews? That's, Maybe I missed something. Give me just a second to look around.